So, Perk, does the trade for P.J. Tucker, in your mind, change your outlook on the Bucks in the East? Do you like how they're moving their furniture around?
Absolutely. Look, the Bucks organization promised Giannis that they were going to do everything in their power to help them get to the ultimate goal, and that's winning the championship. And acquiring P.J. Tucker is a huge upgrade, in my opinion. You talk about a guy that is relentless on the defensive end, that could switch 1 through 5, strong as an ox, does all the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. And by the way, the one thing that he's going to bring to the table, he's going to bring that big brother mentality, where you know you're walking into arenas or walking onto the court and you have P.J. Tucker who have your back. So now he brings a different type of swagger to this organization, and I think it was a huge upgrade for the Milwaukee Bucks, and now they're ready to compete with anybody in the Eastern Conference. Anybody.
Well, guys, which P.J. Tucker are they getting? Are they getting the P.J. Tucker that Perk just described, or are they getting the P.J. Tucker who's having the worst season of his career? Fewest points, worst shooting, his defense is backslid, and I recognize that he was not motivated to play in Houston. There were times this year where he basically refused to shoot for games on end, and I realized that he wanted out of there, and so maybe that's what we've seen. But you guys, P.J. Tucker had very little value at the end of this because of the way he's played this year. I know that there was first-round picks involved in this deal, but when you really break it down, Milwaukee didn't give up much at all to trade for P.J. right now, and was able to offload some money in the process that Houston took on some money. And I also want to point out that this is a bit of an indictment on the Bucks last offseason because they made DJ Augustin their biggest offseason signing after a Bogdanovich deal fell through and they were penalized for tampering. And then they signed Torrey Craig, who they thought was going to be a key member, who didn't even basically play for them, and they gave away essentially for free in this deal. Now, look, they did re-sign Giannis, and in the coming days, they may get a deal to extend Drew Holiday, and those are the frontline important players. But as for bolstering this team, they really need P.J. Tucker to play like the P.J. Tucker of old, and they probably need another guard somewhere in free agent, somewhere picked up in the trade or free agency in the next couple of weeks to help fill in for DJ Augustin.
But Wendy, let me tell you something now. Yesterday, before the news broke, I was in the gym training my son, getting ready for AAU game, and guess what? P.J. Tucker was in the building, okay? P.J. Tucker was in the building getting shots up at the same gym. He looks in phenomenal shape. He was shooting the lights out. And look, he didn't want to be here in Houston. His time was up. He wanted to change the scenery. And he told me, man, I want to go to Milwaukee. I want to go there. I can help them. So I think we are going to see that P.J. Tucker of old, a guy that knows, hey, I'm playing for something. I'm not playing meaningless basketball or losing basketball. So we're going to see that P.J. Tucker that we've grown to love from the past.
Perk, that is burying the lead. You have your own personal scouting report and reporting on P.J. Tucker before this deal became public, that he was going to Milwaukee, and that you were scouting him too. This is very impressive, Perk.
Rachel, I did not report it. It was hard. I actually knew 6 hours before the news broke. But you know what? P.J. Tucker talked to me confidentially, and he told me not to share it, and I gave him my word, so I didn't say anything.
There you go, Perk. I will say this. Look, he's 35 years old, so we don't know for sure what he is going to be in a more energized environment, but I don't think it was just motivation that was keeping his numbers down in Houston this year. The whole team was collapsing, expanding, recollapsing around him. It's kind of like the discussion we have about Blake Griffin and trying to anticipate what he's going to bring to the Nets. I kind of have to throw out what happened in Detroit this year, and it's a clean slate going forward with Blake, and it is going to be a clean slate going forward with PJ. We will see if he is the player he has been in previous years. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.